What's up, motherfuckers? Here we are again. For all those who were tuning in for more shirtless Justin, sorry to disappoint. Had some funny comments on that video. Anyway, it was hot. In the video before that, I pretty much alluded to the fact that I got my heads. Well, we're halfway there. Okay, I got one. By the time this video is over, I'll have the other one. It's on its way. So I'm just waiting for it to show up here. But in the meantime, I can show you the head that I got and the work that they did. So we're going to go ahead and I was just going to slap these babies on, but there is a problem. But first, let me show you this. All right, we'll switch to the phone here to get you some zoomage. So here you go, guys. There's the port job on these. Looks pretty damn good, actually. I mean, come on, it's big dogs. They do good work considering you've seen the port job on my other videos, and now that I'm realizing that, not on this channel. It was the previous channel. So, but yeah, this is all done by hand. They don't have any CNC machines, but yeah, they did some pretty good work there. That, I don't know why that looks rough right there on camera. It's not. That's just the weird lighting there, but yeah, man, they did a really good job. And then up here in there, and then the spark plug holes are nice and just, I mean, they're nice and they're not sharp edges. I had I had did these when I first got it too. I did that a little bit, but I was so weary I didn't know what to do. I didn't do too much, but now seeing what they did, I don't know why I was so worried about it. So but yeah, they completely, as you see, they number these because they took them apart and did all this. And there is some debris in there, so I'm gonna have to clean these pretty good. But yeah, dude, they did some pretty good work on these, man. Pretty excited about getting them in. Of course, they do have 160-pound springs in them now, so yeah, pretty excited, man. That's again, like I said, UPS some point today we'll drop the other one off here. Just waiting for it. So I got a hold of Tony and I asked him, okay, is there anything specific I need to do as far as like tuning goes? And he says, yes. What is your compression? Well, I didn't know what the compression was, mainly because of one thing. Summit sucks. I hate their website, guys. I've learned how to navigate it in a roundabout way to find things. You got to do certain things to find what you need on there, and it sucks. It's not very user-friendly, so you got to be creative on how you look for things on their website. They sell good stuff, but their website stinks. So my buddy, Justin, who bought the same exact kit that I did from American Muscle, and he got a little bit cheaper, that sucker, showed me their description of it, and they tell you in there what the compression ratio is that Summit doesn't. Summit leaves a lot of information out. I mean, there's some things you can ascertain what you need to know, but other things they don't, like compression ratio. So what my compression ratio on this 347 is, with 58cc, valves, is 11-to-1. So when Tony asked that, I said, well, it's 11-to-1. He's like, wow, I wish you told me that, else you would have opened these up more. He goes, all right, you're gonna have to retard your cam 4 degrees. I was like, oh man, I don't even know how to do that, right? And so then I got a hold of Tyler. He told me the same thing, either get a new cam, or yes, I would suggest you retard at 4 degrees. So we're gonna go on an adventure of doing that, and guess what that means? I sealed this up. So that means we're pulling the oil pan bolts and pulling off the timing cover. Now, I talked to Ford Blue Gauge, and it was on my live stream. He kind of told me what I need to do. It's still kind of confusing to me, but at the same time, I'm going to try to do it and see what happens here. But but yeah, that's the problem I got right now. So this is going to be, between the two engines and whatnot, this is going to be the 4th timing covered gasket that I'm wasting. So I got to go and get one here locally, which sucks because locally, guys, man, they sell the kits. So there's a bunch of crap in there that you don't need, you know, it sucks. But anyway, let me unwrap this thing and we'll start tearing it apart. Jeez, I mean, I put this thing together and I tear it apart, put it back together, tear it apart. It just sucks, man. But let me get this timing cover off and deal with trying to figure that out. So, in comp cams, there's a 0 or a circle, a triangle, and a square. And I guess you're supposed to line up the triangle for 4 degrees retarded. I looked it up, so we'll see how this goes. All right, guys. You see, now here you go. There's the dots on the crank gear and the cam gear. That is straight up. The keyway is straight up on the 0 on the gear, and then the valley of the gear on the cam gear. Okay, so let me show you something here. Let me roll this over. This right here is advanced, and this right here is retarded. The square is retarded. So I may have misspoke on that earlier, but let me show you something else here, which, because it didn't make any sense to me if I was to put one of these other positions on there. If I were to put like the triangle up there and lined it up with this dot, it'd be the same, right? Let me show you something. Now, looking at this, you see how the keyway is off center of that triangle? That's how you advance your timing. So now that makes sense to me. So now let's look at the square. There's no videos online of this. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I talked to Ford Blue Gauge about it. He was saying it's gonna be off a little bit. 4 degrees ain't shit, he said. So this is advanced, and see how it's just offset of the gear. It's not straight up the line with the triangle. So let me pull it around to the square over here. So now this square or rectangle or whatever you want to say is straight up and down on that gear, but the keyway is slightly off the other way. So I guess I'm gonna pull this off and do this. So we'll see what happens here. Hopefully I don't destroy something, you know, when I crank this up. But yeah, I get it now. I mean, like he was saying, it's going to be off just a slight bit on the Woodruff key. So, and now looking at it makes a little bit of sense. But yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Okay, so after some conversations with people, I know the reluctance of telling me that that's okay to do. I get it. Nobody wants to destroy my engine, but it's me doing it nonetheless. But I did contact Tony and asked him about it. He proceeded to show me a picture of a cam that has, or I'm sorry, a timing chain set that's got variable, you know, advance and retard spots. So they got a bunch of different slots, you know, for 2 degrees or whatever, and 4 degrees. And I'm like, well, I don't have that fancy stuff. I got this comp cams. I said, is it just as simple as putting on that square and lining up with the cam gear? You know, I even showed him a picture of what I got here, like right there. And he came back and said, yes, it's that simple. It's that simple. There's not a video out there showing you this, guys. There's not a video out there showing that. And comp cams, like I said, even says, you know, that they said your cam needs to be degreed, even though that's 4 degrees retarded. And I think they say that because they don't want to be held liable for anything. I get it, but at the same time, that's all I got to do. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this on here. I got everything lined up, cam dowel, and this is lined up. So I'll put that square down here and put the cam gear on there, and we can end this saga I've been having here today. This is a 2-hour ordeal, man, with taking everything out. I even took the lifters out and stuff, and the oil pan and whatnot, but I can end this. It's 2 hours just trying to get a hold of people, talk to people, getting some opinions on it, and finally, you know, Tony, I threw that out there to see if Tony would get a hold of me, and he happened to be at the shop, and he said, yeah, dude, just all you got to do. So grateful for that, and we'll go ahead and put this on. All right, this is future me. There it is, guys. As you see, I got it all lined up, ready to go. Now, for all those out there who have that simple comp cams timing gear set for a 302, there's a little lesson on advancing and retarding at 4 degrees. Okay, now don't go just doing this. Okay, you always got to check piston and valve clearance, and I did, and it's fine. You'll see that in an upcoming video. But I trust Big Dog's porting for what he told me. I trust him. He says, just trust me, this is how it goes, it's fine. So not only do I trust him for saying that, but I also double check myself piston valve clearance. You always want to do that, guys. You always want to do that. And it's fine. Like I said, we'll see that coming up soon here. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Later.